Hi, I'm Elise Burns, and I want to explain to you how to write a peer review. Process Standard 6 is about peer synergy, and there's really two parts to this. And it's really important, not just for physics, but for your life in general, because you want to be leaders. And this standard is all about leadership. So there's a few things that we're looking to see you move into, and some of you may be already there, some of you are at lower levels, some of you are somewhere in between, but we're going to try to move everyone so that you all grow in some way. So providing criticism in a way that's evidence-based is super important, and to be able to self-reflect in a way that's productive and moves you ahead as opposed to like lacerating yourself, that's also going to move you into positions of leadership. And being able to hear criticism without taking it personally and using it to grow, oh my God, that's like so important. So we also want you to be able to collaborate and care about your peers, your friends in your class, and learn how to keep your own integrity while helping them to grow. So we don't want to see you cheating or copying, but helping is a different story. And so we're going to try to create team products where we get everyone fully participating. So we're going to work on all those things over the course of the year. So here is the rubric that kind of summarizes all the different levels to hopefully move you ahead. And so I'd like to go through this and unpack it for you. So again, remember, you're going to go from a 1 to a 2 to a 2 to a 3, from a 3 to a 4, and you're going to accumulate these skills because they layer in exactly that way. So level 1 is only being able to give vague feedback. You say something's good. All right, what's good about it, right? So you can't, that's not very useful. You can't improve. Level 2, you're not just saying it's good, but you're identifying positive and negative aspects of your own or others' work, right? And you can phrase it in a way that's constructive and impersonal. It's not about how you feel, right? Level 3, you can identify positive and negative aspects, but you can also use physics skills and concepts to explain why something is good or bad. And that your criticism is truly helpful. It's not about you have a typo in word 3 on line 1, like that. It's something that's really helpful in making improvements. And you work really well with others, right? Although you might need to be directed. You're not creating the direction of flow of work. 4 is, you really take the time to understand criticism, not by like getting all like upset and in your shell, which happens to all of us sometimes, believe me, but you ask follow-up questions. You make sure you understand why they think so, or you say, thanks for letting me know, I'm going to do better next time, or how can I fix it to make it, to do a better job? And that has to do with what I tell you, but also what your friends and your peers are going to tell you, because, we're going to learn how to do that for each other. I can't always talk to each and every person after each and every assignment, but you can certainly do that for each other. And then you take that criticism and you make your work better, right? And you are an equal partner when we do partner things. So then level 5 is really like what we want you to be. Eventually, this is what real leaders are. We may not get there this entire year, but we're going to work on it. You not only do everything we've talked about so far, but you make a fact-based, evident to debate with your peers. You can stand your ground, but you're not stubborn. You're not just doing it just because this is my opinion and I'm not going to be swayed. You're really listening and being persuasive about it. And you can make compromise without giving up your integrity. Right? So you're not like bossy, right? When you're the leader, there's a difference between being bossy and being a leader. So all those things, that balance is really, really hard to do, even as an adult. Forget about like being in high school. So we're going to work on that over the course of the year. And we're going to put in place some things that should hopefully get you there. So the other thing I have for you is a step-by-step, right? We call this a template. So I'm going to try to give you this template so that you can use it. So these 5 steps, some of them overlap a little bit, so you may not actually need 5 full sentences, but this is what a peer review looks like, right? You're saying what he or she did well, and you can write something like when you state, and then pick up a quote from their actual answer you read, and then say something good about it. but then say why it was good. What does he or she do incorrectly? You can write, however, when you state, now again, take a quote and then say, it's confusing, it's wrong, it's misleading. Say why. Say what's wrong about it. Okay, and then follow up with what can he or she do to fix it. Right? You have to include that piece, otherwise they can't grow. So this is where you're helpful. Okay, so you give them the right definition, you give them a way, a direction to attack, right? To approach the problem. The last piece is not just what you did well or wrong, but what's missing. So this is the piece that I find a lot of people don't do, and this is the most crucial thing. If you notice they're missing the reasoning part of it in their CER, well, please let them know. This is the biggest problem when people are missing pieces. You notice they're missing their entire methods and materials, make sure you tell them. And then why is it important that it's there? So these pieces go together, right? Say what's missing and what's important, why it's important to include. Listen, if you notice that there's nothing missing, right, you can say it doesn't seem like there's anything missing. And that's it. Then you would need part 5. But it takes a while till we get there. These first few, you're going to find that happens often. So the last thing I'll say is that I don't care about spelling or grammar or how pretty your papers are. Not yet. Eventually we'll talk about professionalism, but please do not use your peer review to correct someone's spelling or grammar.